Hello, guys, nice to have you here. Today we have one more class of phrasal verbs. I'm really happy to be with you guys because we are going to learn new phrasal verbs. You're going to see how you can use them in different contexts. Remember that the phrasal verbs are totally different from the base verbs, okay? So maybe you can see, like in the last class, we were talking about fall and fall down, fall off, fall out, and all of them were very different. So today we're going to continue talking about more phrasal verbs. Remember that today is English Friday, so I'm not going to speak in Spanish. Okay, I'm really sorry, I'm not going to give you any translation. So if you have any doubts about the class or some words, please remember to check, in this case, the comments. If you have a doubt or a question, just write your question in the comments and maybe I or some of your classmates can help you solving your doubts. Okay, so be free to or feel free to write any question that you have. Let's start with the first phrasal verb. In this case, we're going to talk about fill in. So, guys, what does fill in mean? What does fill in mean? When we talk about fill in, we're talking about completing maybe some gaps or some fields from a document or a test. This is very common for forms, documents, quizzes, tests, maybe surveys, all of them, all of them. Okay, so let's start writing here some examples to help you understand this phrasal verb. Okay, number one, as I told you, we can say fill in. Okay, fill in, and maybe some blanks or fill in some gaps. So, what does blanks and gaps mean, guys? That, for example, if you have or if you're taking an exam or a quiz, it is very common that we have, for example, no, I went to a, and then we have here a blank, or we have here a gap. So you have to complete this, no? Maybe I I didn't mm, to Paris. So you can say, guys, please remember that you need to fill in the blanks or you need to fill in the gaps. Okay, that is in this case for exams, for quizzes. Now we can also say here, fill in some, okay, some fields. Now, when we're talking about fields, it refers to documents, to surveys or forms. Okay, these are gaps, or maybe we can even write here a square. No? Okay, you can say complete the missing information or the missing words, or you can say please fill in the missing words in the blanks. Okay, here. Now, when we're talking about filling fields, we refer to documents. For example, we have here name, and then you have here a field. Okay, this is a field. This is very common for surveys, okay, or some forms. We have here address. Okay, we have here address, sorry. And then we have here another field. For we can also call fields for digital documents. Yes, we use this a lot too. Okay, these are blanks for quizzes. Okay, for exams, and fields are for documents like forms and things like that. Okay, what else can we use here, guys? We can also use here. Okay, I'm going to erase this. Okay. Okay, so remember, okay, we have here a lot of vocabulary, okay, blanks, gaps, fills. Next one, we can say here, fill in a form or fill in an application. Okay, in this case, you are asking to complete. Okay, complete, in this case, a document. Form on an application. This is very common when you are applying to a job. Okay, you're applying for a job, or maybe when you want to apply for or to the university or to college, you need to fill in a form. No? It has your name and your personal information. You have to complete all these documents, or you can also have here an application. Okay, in this context, this is very common, or this is very similar. Okay, for academic purposes or for work. Okay, if you're applying to for a job, you need to fill in a form or you need to fill in an application with your personal information. Okay, that is in this case another way to say that. Next one, we can say here also fill in missing information. Missing information. Could you please fill in the missing information? Maybe you complete everything, but you forgot to put your name. Okay, so maybe the person is going to tell you, hey, please, could you complete or could you fill in your name, your last name, or would you fill in missing information that you forgot? In this case, this could be that, okay? Missing information. The information that you didn't complete yet, okay? Or that you have to complete, but you forgot to do it. Okay, that is missing information. Okay, hello guys, nice to have you here. B12, great to have you here. Nice to be with you. Okay, what else do we have here? What else? Yeah. Okay, so guys, we use fill in to indicate that we need to complete one form, a document, okay? And number two, to fill in gaps or blanks in an exam, okay? In an exam, in a quiz, in a test. Okay, copy this. And now I want you guys to write your own information or your own sentences, please, using this phrasal verb. Okay, fill in. Write your own examples. I'm gonna read what you have for me. And copy these, please. These examples are very important. Okay. Hester, hello, how are you doing? Oh, that's really cool. Greetings to Venezuela. Oh, we are colleagues. Very nice. Very nice. Congratulations. And thank you for being here too. And okay, Nessa, thank you very much for your gifts. Okay, what else do we have here? Missing blank part. Yes, exactly. Empty space. Very good. Very good. I have to fill in this form. Yeah, very good, Tonyo. Fill in the missing. Yeah, the missing fields. You can say, no. Could you fill in the missing fields or the missing gaps? Yes. And Gabriela, thank you to complete the form. Okay, for instance, yes, exactly. Lupita, hello. Good afternoon. No Spanish, just English. Yes. I hate them so much. Yeah. Phrasal verbs can make you feel frustrated sometimes. Marisol, hello, good afternoon. We can speak in English because you're a good teacher. Yes, exactly. Very good, guys. What else do you have here? Okay, I need to see your comments. Yesterday, I went to the appointment. I went to my doctor's appointment, and they gave me a paper to fill in, maybe a form, a document. You can say, yes, paper is okay, but we can be a little more specific. Maybe you can also, if you go to a doctor's appointment, you need to, oh, maybe you can, if you need to fill in a medical report, yeah, or a medical history. Yeah, for doctor's appointments. Or when you go to the hospital, you need to fill in your medical history or your medical reports sometimes. But that could be a little more specific. These days I've been filling in forms for competitors. Okay, great. Okay, Horacio, gaps are blanks. It's like, as I were telling you, when we have a paragraph and there are some words that you need to complete. Those are gaps. Yukito, yes, today is only English Friday. I'm not going to speak in Spanish. Okay. Okay, Anna, very good. Good job. The doctor just feeling some missing information he neglected to do before. Neglected. Oh my God, that's so intermediate vocabulary. Okay, if you want to pass the exam, you need to fill in all the blanks correctly, maybe, no? Okay, that's a great. Okay. You're welcome, Horacio. For the last year application, I had to fill in my documents online. My documents. I'm not sure. Maybe you could have said I had to fill in my job application online. That would be much concise and clear. Okay, filling gaps. Gas? No. No. Wichita, hello. Okay. Thank you very much. I need to improve my English, but thank you for your kind words. Okay, guys, let's continue with the dictation. Okay, you're going to listen to the following sentence and write it in the comments. Please don't translate and don't copy. If you don't understand all the sentence, try to complete or try to write just the words that you understand. Okay, just the part that you understand. If you don't understand a specific word, just leave a space there or leave a gap there. Okay, it doesn't matter. The idea is that you can practice your listening and your writing skills. Okay, let's continue with what we have. Okay, first sentence. Okay. Dun. Dun. Okay. Okay. The teacher told us to fill in the answers. The teachers told us that to fill in the answers. The teacher told us to fill in the answers. Okay? Listen and write that sentence. Skill, abilities, exactly. Speaking skills are your speaking abilities. Yeah, it could be like a synonym. One more time. The teacher told us to fill in the answers. Okay, the teacher told us to fill in the answers. Listen and write. Could you fill me in on what was discussed during the? Oh yeah, that's a good use of fill in. Lutex. Sis. Yeah, very good. It's like when you were absent and you can, hey, I don't know what is happening here. Can you fill me in? Yeah, that's a good use of this phrasal verb. Okay, the teacher told us to fill in the answers or to fill in all the answers. Yep, that would be in this case the way we can use this. Fill in also means to replace someone. Maybe you can say, hey, could you fill in for me on Friday? Could you fill in for me um, next Saturday? I It is my daughter's birthday. Could you fill in for me? Okay, could you replace me at work? That in this case is another way to use fill in. Yeah, it has like other meanings, but this one is like the most common one. As I told you guys, I'm not gonna show you all the ways to you how you can use in this case and the phrasal verbs. Maybe with one or two is enough. I don't want to give you too much information. Yeah, but just the necessary one. Okay, let's see. Okay, the teacher told us, okay, told us to, okay, fill in the answers. Okay, yep. We had an exam and then we had to fill in all the answers. Okay, don't forget to complete that. No, complete or fill in. Okay, let's continue with number two. Okay, the next phrasal verb is very similar. Okay, it's very similar, but I'm going to show you how to use it. Fill out. Now, in the case of fill out, we can use this phrasal verb to indicate someone to complete a document or to complete um, quiz or something else. Okay, to complete in this case an application to complete something that is necessary with your personal information. That would be in this case the use of fill out. Okay, fill out. Du-du-du-du-du. Okay, shipping processor. Where is who is shipping processor? I'm not sure who is this guy, but now I don't know him. Okay, guys, fill out in this case is to complete a whole document. Look at this. I'm gonna write here some example. Okay. For example, we can say fill in a form. And here we can say fill out a form. Teacher is very similar. Can I use fill in a form and fill out a form? Yes. Yes, you can do it. But as I told you, we can say, for example, this. Fill in gaps or fields. Okay. In this case, yes, this is possible. We can use this, we can use this, and you can use this. In the other case, we can use fill out a form, but we can't say fill in gaps or fill in fields. Okay, why? Because Fill out indicates to complete all a document, a whole document. Okay, not just a part. We can say fill in missing information, yes, but we can say fill out the missing information here because this is something very specific. It's just one part of an exam, for example. But in this case, no. Yes, we can use here fill out a form. Other examples, fill out. Okay, fill out. Sorry, fill in. No, fill out. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is not possible. Now, what we can say, for example, is fill out an application. Okay, fill out a survey. Okay, please, we have like 10 questions for you. We want to ask you about this. Hey, could you fill out the survey? Okay, you can use that. Fill out the report. Fill out the report. Fill out a report. So in this case, fill in is a little more flexible because we can use fill in a form or fill in a survey, fill in a report. Okay, it's very similar. We can use this, but we can also use it for specific information. Not all the document, but maybe we can say, hey, you forgot to write your name and your address. Please, could you fill in uh, this missing information? Yes, you can say that because we're talking about something specific. Okay, specific. But fill out applies only to a whole document or to the complete document. Okay, that is a little difference between fill in and fill out. In some cases, yes, we can use them. Okay, in both situations, but here, no. Okay, so we can just here fill out an application, fill out a survey, uh, fill out fill out a report, fill out maybe fill out all the sections, fill out a questionnaire. So have a lot of a lot of documents that you can use. But when you use this, remember that we're talking about the whole document, okay? The whole document, not just one section or one part. Well, copy this, guys, and write now your own sentences using fill out. Okay, fill out. I need you to write some other sentences using fill out. Please fill out the form. Okay, very good, Sherilyn. You need to fill out this information. Yeah, okay. Antonio, could you fill out this form? Yes, very good. Irina, good afternoon. Nice to have you here. Oh, well, good evening to you. Yes, okay. Uh, sorry, I'm late. Fill in. Fill in is to complete. Sorry, Claudine. Hello. You can send me a message to my personal WhatsApp or send me an inbox message here on TikTok. Okay. So you can send. You can find me here. If you want to see the repetition of the classes, guys, go to the red platform YouTube and the green platform key. Okay, I can't pronounce them completely, because TikTok is a little restrictive with competitors. Okay, but in this case, the name of my channel is Teacher in Linea. Okay, you can also find me here on Instagram. Hello everyone. Jesus loves you. Yeah, thank you very much for that reminder. And we must love as Jesus did. No, we must love others. as he did. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay. Thank you very much, Gabriela, for that heart me. Guys, please, the only thing that I'm gonna ask you to do is if you are enjoying this class, if you're learning here, okay, please help me with your tiki tikis, okay, tiki tikis on the screen, okay, tiki tiki, and then share the live and help me with the gifts report or the gifts goal, please, so the teacher can have something to eat. Okay, please help me with that too. Okay. Yes, the teacher need to gain weight. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that necklace. Okay. Johannes, thank you. Okay, yes, that please. He filled out the job application online. Very good, Bernard. Gigi talks. Hello. If you want to have a credit card, you need to fill out some papers. Yes, very good, Sol. I need to fill out my application for the job. Yeah. I need to fill out my paperwork. Very good, Jolie. My aunt had to fill out all the survey. Yes. I hate to fill out surveys, but sometimes I have to do it for my friends. Okay. I fill out this information. I fill out all the information maybe. Very good, guys. Very good. Yes, fill out. I fill out a report. Yes, I fill out a report at work. Maybe I fill out a report at work or for the project. Maybe. Now listen to the following sentence, guys. Let's continue with the next information. Okay. Listen and write the following question. Did you fill out the insurance form? Did you fill out the insurance form? Listen and write. And remember that this is a question. Okay. Did you fill out the insurance form? If you finish filling out, maybe if you finish filling out the project, um, okay, maybe you can say, hey, we need to finish filling out the report soon. Yes. Yes, you can mix it, but it's finish filling out. When you use finish, you always need to use ing. I need to finish cleaning. I need to finish working. I want to finish studying. Yep. Okay. Did you fill out the insurance form? That's the question. Okay, 5 extra seconds. 5 extra seconds, guys. Let's write it down. And congratulations, guys. Okay. Look at this. Did you fill out? Okay, did you fill out the insurance? Guys, what does insurance mean? The insurance form. What does it mean, guys? We need an insurance, for example, for our cars, no? For some people have insurances for their houses, their maybe their workplaces, or maybe as employees. Yeah, we have an insurance in case of accidents or unexpected events. Yep, that's the word that we have here. It is very common. For example, if you're driving, you need a car insurance just in case of an accident. So you can have an insurance company that can help you with all the expenses of repairing your car, or maybe if you have some if you're injured or things like that. Okay, let's continue with the next part. Phrasal verb number three. Phrasal verb number three. Let's continue. Okay, here. We're going to continue with follow up. Okay, what does follow up mean, guys? Follow up. What does follow up mean? Follow up. In this case, follow up indicates to continue evaluating or continue keeping track on something. Okay, follow up. I'm gonna give you some examples. Okay, I'm gonna give you some examples. It's very similar, or we can use it sometimes with the word continue. Continue doing something, but it's more for a specific purpose. In this case, for evaluating yourself, or maybe for keeping interest, or anything like that. Maybe we can say follow up on your progress. Okay. Teacher, in this case, follows up on our progress. No? He always give us tests, evaluations, so he can see if we are making progress or not. So he is keeping following up on our progress. Okay, on our progress. Maybe we can say follow up on your recovery. This is very common in the case of doctors, no? Don't worry, I'm going to follow up on your progress, or on your recovery. Sorry. So you can say, "Hey, my doctor is following up on my progress." No, he's like, I had a surgery, and maybe the next week I have an appointment. Next week I have another appointment. So the in this case the doctor is seeing my recovery. No, it's like keeping track. It's like following up. Okay, my recovery. If everything is good with my with the surgery and my health. Okay, following up on. Now we can say following up on. Okay, on my on a conversation or an interview. Okay, on an interview maybe. And can we follow up on our interview or on our conversation? So you can use in this case follow up for business meetings. Okay, when you're with a client, if you want to sound very professional, you can say that. No, if you want, we can follow up our conversation next week to see if you have further if you need further information. Okay, I can follow up with a call. No? So if you want, I can call you next week to follow up on our conversation. Okay, so if you are in this case in the business sector, especially if you're a seller, okay, a salesperson, you can use follow up a lot, okay, a lot. So you are going to sound very professional, okay, very, very professional. Okay, next one. We can talk about, okay, in all these cases, we are using on, okay? Follow up on. Now, we can also have here follow up with. Okay, follow up with someone or with something. Okay, follow up with a call. We can say, hey, yeah, maybe you are busy now, but can you give me your number so we can follow up our conversation with a call? Okay, or with a video conference. Yep. Again, this is for business. Okay, for business. If you want to sound professional, use this a lot. Use this a lot. Maybe you can say, for example, here, no? Follow up with an update. Maybe I can call you later so we can follow up, or I can follow up, or you can follow up with an update. Okay, something new. Maybe there is new information. Okay, there is a new information, and I can call you to follow up with an update with new information that we have here. Okay, so that's the way it works. Okay, follow up on, follow up with. Okay, follow up on and follow up with. Okay, follow up with the doctor. Maybe you can say, hey, today I have an appointment with my doctor. Okay, because he's going to follow up with me, or I am going to follow up with the doctor. No? So you can use that too a lot. Okay, very good, guys. Very good, guys. Copy this, and I'm going to read now your sentences. Please write your own, in this case, information. Let's see. Gabriela, thank you. Bouquet, thank you very much for your roses. I really appreciate them. Follow up the cyclone before touching land. Okay, could be possible. Maybe follow up on the cyclone, but I'm not sure if a storm. No? Follow up on the storm, maybe. My child have been acting reckless in this classroom, and I must follow up with his teacher, and I must follow up. Mm, mm, maybe that, maybe that I need to ask my teacher. I need to ask the teacher, okay, to follow up with my son. Maybe could be the difference. Okay, what else? Ska, hello, how are you doing? Welcome to have you here. Uh, Nessa, thank you very much. I'm going to the doctor, follow up on my medication. Follow up with my medication, maybe? I follow up with my medication. Okay. Okay, please follow up with Dr. Stacy. She's a specialist, in dermatology. Great. A Flame, hello. Ska, hello. Follow up our English classes if you want to learn more. Yes, that's a good one. Follow up. No, we can follow up on an appointment. No, because follow up is when we're talking about following, keeping information or keeping track on information. So just one appointment. Maybe we can say follow up with an appointment. If you want, we can follow up our conversation with a new appointment. In that case, yes. But an appointment is something specific. Follow up is when you are you continue following something in order to see progress or to see or to get more information. This is very common when you are, for example, a salesperson. Maybe I don't know. You sell cars, you sell apartments, you sell houses. So if you have just one appointment with a client, it is very unlikely he's going to buy at the first appointment, no? Or with the first personal contact. So that's why you need to follow up with this person, okay? So sooner or later he can feel comfortable. Maybe he can get enough money, or he can make or arrange plans to buy something. Okay, so that's why you need to keep track of, in this case, possible or potential clients. That in this case we can use follow up a lot. It's more like a technical phrasal verb. Okay, very good. I must suggest my doctor made a follow appointment for next. Okay, that's a good one, Alexandra. Very good. And I say follow up with my plans. Um, I'm not sure. Tracking progress, yes, it's very similar. I am having the medication, so the doctor needs to follow up on my case. Yes, very good. Maybe I'm having some exams. No? Yes. Having some exams so the doctor can follow up on my recovery too. Okay, guys, let's continue with the following sentence. Listen and write the following sentence. Okay, let's see. Next question. I couldn't follow up with the client. I couldn't follow up with the client. Listen and write. I couldn't follow up with the client. I don't know, maybe I lost his phone number, I lost his email or something like that. Huh? So I couldn't follow up with the client. I always follow up on your classes. Okay, Calisthenia, hello. How are you doing? Okay, very good. I'm going to give you 5 extra seconds to complete that sentence, please. Write the sentence in the comments. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, so remember, guys. Okay, I'm gonna write it here. I couldn't. Okay, I couldn't follow up with the client. Okay, so you can use this in professional contexts. Okay, in professional situations, you are going to sound very professional. Okay, so if you don't want to use follow up, there are a lot of other options. No, like I couldn't keep in touch with the client. Maybe I lost. No, I lost contact with the client. Okay, I couldn't talk. with the client anymore. So you have a lot of alternatives there. Okay, but this sounds very refined. Okay, very nice to say. Okay, this kind of thing. It's very nice. It's very nice to say these kind of things. If you want to feel important, you can use them. But you have a lot of other options. Okay. Let's continue. Number 4. Okay, let me check. Let me check what we have here. Okay. Let's see. Calisthenia, hello. Okay, 50K. That's very good. Continue, please helping me. We are 400 viewers here. That's really cool, guys. I really appreciate, guys, when you are here because this is very important information. And yeah, I prepare for that. I prepared all the information that you can see here. And I'm very happy if there are more people that can get some benefit from it. Okay. And also, guys, continue please helping me with a tiki tikis and sharing the live. And you can help me here with some gifts to support the teacher too. One day I will see a lion, maybe. One day. Let's continue with the next phrasal verb. In this case, we are gonna talk about full with. Okay, full with. We're gonna talk about full with. Okay, thank you so much, Gabriela. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, Gallardo, hello. I couldn't connect with the client. Yes, exactly. I couldn't connect with it. You have a lot of options there. But it sounds very nice and cheesy. Full with. This is to play with something carelessly or maybe without understanding what this is. Okay, you can use this a lot to play with something like, I don't know, maybe something that is delicate, and then you start like throwing it, doing something without just for fun, no? Just to have fun. So you can do something like this. Oof, I am falling with the marker, for example. No? So you can start doing this. Why are you doing that? Well, I'm a little bored and I want to have fun with something, or I want to. I don't want to feel bored with it for now. No? So I want to play with this. Okay, in this case, we can use a full width. Okay, full with that. Okay, just to play with something because or maybe in the case of a machine that you don't understand very well. This is very common in the case of people that are very hyperactive. Okay, kids, for example, they like to play with things or to fool with things around the house. Okay, so for example, we can say fool with um in this case, let's continue. Let's start with this. Look full with the lights. This one is very easy to understand. Yes. Have you ever fooled with the lights? Yes. You start. You turn them on, turn them off, turn them on, turn them off, like this, no? And they start like flickering. And maybe your mom told you, "Hey, stop fooling with the lights. Okay, stop doing that." Okay. So yes, that is to just fool with the lights, not turning them on and off. Okay, like this. And why are you doing that? I'm not sure. It's because you're bored or maybe you're hyperactive. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, very good. I don't know why, but I sometimes like to fool with some things that are around me just because I can keep my hands quiet. Okay. My hands like to move around. I don't know. They are live. Now let's continue with full with fire. Yeah, full with fire. You play with the fire. I don't know, with a candle maybe, or in this case with fire. I don't know. No, in this case, this is very common in the case of kids, for example. Hey, stop fooling with fire. Okay, you're gonna get burned. Okay, full with the wires, or maybe some with the cables. Okay, this is very common in the case of pets, no wires or cables, no. In the case of pets or cats, they like to fool with the cables, no, like they like to play with them. They like to play with the wires when they go for example, my cat sometimes like to do that, to fool with my with the wires of my computer and the camera, and it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous because they can, I don't know, bite something, and yeah, maybe electricity is dangerous, and and also they I can get some of my computer, no, broken. So that is in this case a full width. Other possibility, full with the remote control, not full width. Yep. We throw it to the air, no? I like to do that, no? I like to fool with, or I like to play with the remote control, no? I just throw it to the air and I try to catch it there, no? And my mom always tell me, "Hey, stop doing that." No? I don't know why, guys, but I like to do that. I find that very entertaining. I don't know why, but I suppose men like to fool with things a lot. No, it's like we are not very cautious. Yep, we are not very cautious here. So you can use this a lot, okay? To play with something because you don't understand, or I don't know, just do it for fun, or to not feeling bad and boring, for example, boards. Okay, full with the lights, turning them on and off, turn with fire, full with fire, full with the wires, full with the remote control, full with I don't know, your sister's makeup, things like that. Okay, so I don't recommend you, and especially kids are professional here. Okay, guys, copy this and write your own sentences using full with. Okay, write your own sentences with this word. Let's continue. Curiosity. Yes, sometimes because you're curious. Turn off something. Okay. Alejandro, on Mondays and Wednesdays, I have the same class, but in Spanish. Okay, start fooling with the control buttons. Yes, very good, Sundowner. Yes, you're like this, huh? You have a remote control there, and you start like pressing all the buttons. Does it have a verb before? Which one? Here? Yeah, you can use stop. No? Hey, stop doing that. No? Stop fooling with. Yes. Or maybe you can say, hey, my kid likes to fool with the lights. Move around, messing around. Yes. Thank you very much, guys, for the gifts too. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Money, hello. Okay, skin the difference between filling and fill out. Filling is for documents or specific information. Fill out is just for documents. We can say fill in a gap, but we can say fill in or fill out a gap. We can say that, but we can say fill in a form or fill in a document, fill out a document. Both of them can be used there. Okay, guys, let's continue. Let's continue with the following sentence. Stop fooling with my feelings. Okay, that's too cruel. Okay. Stop fooling with the car keys. Yes, very good. You're like this. You're just playing without any purpose. Okay. Very good, guys. Let's continue with the following sentence. Okay, listen and write the following sentence. Ba, ba, da, ba, ba. Hmm. You shouldn't fool with the equipment. You shouldn't fool with the equipment. Listen and write. You shouldn't fool with the equipment. You shouldn't fool with the equipment. Okay, you're welcome. No, you should stop. You shouldn't fool with the equipment. Okay, she stops fooling with my. Okay, now you can say no. Please tell your daughter. Please tell your daughter to stop fooling with my pencils. So, or you can say the order directly. Hey, please stop fooling with my pencils. Stop fooling with my pencils. It's an order. Or maybe you can say, hey, tell your sister to stop fooling with my pencils. Okay, you shouldn't fool with the equipment. Listen and write, guys. You shouldn't fool with the equipment. Okay, hello. Lorico, hello. How are you doing? You shouldn't fool with the equipment. Okay, guys. Anyone else? Anyone else? Come on, guys. Come on. Okay, let's write it down. Okay, you shouldn't fool with the equipment. Stop playing. No, stop playing with the equipment. It's very expensive. No? Or maybe the equipment is very delicate. Or the equipment is very dangerous. Yeah, imagine a child playing with a hammer. Yeah, that's very dangerous, right? So, what does equipment mean, guys? Equipment. What does equipment mean? What does it mean? Mm-hmm. What does it mean, guys? Let's continue, okay, in this case, with number five. Number five, an apparatus. Yeah, okay, yes, that's right. Yes, exactly, that's the word. Okay, perfect, guys. Perfect, perfect. Let's continue with the next phrasal verb, okay? But first, guys, I'm going to make a pause, a 5 minute pause, guys, okay? 5 minute pause. This is commercial time, okay? Commercial time, okay? Advertisement time now. So, guys, I want you to put blue heart emojis in the chat. Okay, blue heart emojis in the chat. Right? Blue hearts emojis in the chat. Or put blue heart emojis in the chat. Make sure that you are paying attention to the class. Okay. Gabriela, thank you very much for that ice cream. Okay. Figueroa, hello. How are you doing? Okay, blue hearts, guys. Blue hearts. Yes, blue hearts. Yeah, guys. We have a commercial time. Remember that we're gonna start classes, okay, group classes on August, okay, August 1st, August 1st, okay. Now, we have classes, Zoom classes, group classes for some levels. We have here basic, okay, elementary, Inglés desde cero, okay. We have basic, and we have intermediate. Oh my gosh, intermediate, and speaking classes. Okay, we have in this case 4 levels for the next month. Okay, so in this case, these are for the schedules. Okay, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Okay, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. 3 days a week for 4 weeks. Okay, 4 weeks. In total, we have 12 classes a month. Okay, 12 classes in total. Okay, so the schedules are 4:30 p.m. Peru's time, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Cancun, Central Time. Okay, in this case, we have here 4:30. Okay, for elementary English, Inglés desde cero. Then we have basic classes at 5:30. 5:30. Okay, intermediate classes at 7 p.m. and speaking classes at 9 p.m. Okay, that will be in this case the schedules for the next month. Okay, as I told you, we have classes 3 days a week, 1 hour per class, 1 hour per section. In total, we have 12 sections or 12 classes here. Okay, now the price, or let's discuss about it. Okay, if you are in Peru, this is just only one paying for all the month. Okay, if you are in Peru, 120. Okay, and if you are in a different country, we're gonna use dollars. In this case, the price is this one. Okay, so that's all the information that you can. If you need more information or if you want to join the classes, you can go to. In this case, you can send me a message and tell me, teacher, I want to start elementary classes, group classes, or basic group classes, or intermediate group classes, or speaking group classes. Okay, so we have here all the information. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to take a screenshot of that, and then you can have that. Okay, this is guys. This is obviously Peru. You know, Peru. We have so. If you are in a different country, we're talking about 40 and this, no? Okay, that would be if you're in a different country, you can send this through PayPal, Western Union, or Remitly. Yep, you can send it today. We have groups no more than 8 people. 8, maximum 10 people, no more than that. All of them are virtual classes through Zoom. Okay. See, so if you have any questions, you can write it that. Yes, 1 month. This is the price for 1 month, and each one is 5 months. 5 months, just for a month, exactly. I did that for, okay, hello. Would be better right then. Yes, mobile somewhere. Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm gonna give you 5 extra seconds. Send me a message if you're interested, or you can. I'm gonna write. I'm gonna answer you after the class. Um, Nedrita, this is for Peru. This is for Peru. If you are in a different country, this is the what you have to pay, and you have to make the conversion. That would be this case. No, no, no. These classes are different. These are TikTok classes. These are private classes, okay? These are like two different things, okay? These are TikTok classes, and these are classes by level, okay? Because here you can enter and everyone can learn, but the level is not according to most of you, okay? So if you have the level, it's perfect. But here it is according to your own level. Elementary, basic, intermediate, or speaking classes for intermediate or advanced students. Okay, guys. We're gonna start. We're gonna continue with the class. I'm gonna leave it there. Please, let's continue with. Okay, that is the end of the commercial time. Let's continue with the following parts. Freak out. Freak out, guys. What does freak out mean? Freak out. I'm from Peru, Lima, Peru. And remember, classes starts on August 1st. August 1st. Okay, so it's next Friday. We start with the classes. Okay, B12, thank you very much for the hearts. Thank you. Okay, be scared of, or be, in this case, when you freak out, you experience a very deep impact. Okay, a very emotional impact with when you are scared or when you are excited. Okay, oh my God. Okay, Gonza, hello, how are you doing? Thank you very much for the roses. Thank you. Okay, go mad, panic. Yes, that's right. Okay, guys, here's Teacher Gonza. How are you doing, bro? How are you doing? If go and follow Mr. Gonza. He also give English classes here in Peru. Okay, I'm gonna hook you there. Yeah, scared or excited? Go nuts. Yes, you went crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna erase this. Remember, guys, group classes next Friday. Okay. I'm gonna give you some examples. Yes. Hey, how are you doing? How you're doing, Gonza? How are you doing? Are you gonna have a English class today? Okay, very good, very good. Okay, to go nuts or experiment like a very deep emotion, maybe because you are scared or you are very excited. So, for example, you can say freak out, like go crazy, freak out at or maybe over a problem. Okay, freak out over a problem. Some people go crazy, go nuts over a problem. It's like, oh my God, what am I going to do now? Other people freak out over nothing, right? Freak out over nothing. These are like overreactive people, no? They are extremely it's very common that they freak out over nothing. Maybe you tell them something and you say, "Hey, you're really, in this case, why did you do that? No, and they are very, very sad, or they say, oh, or look, there is an spider, and they freak out. No? And maybe you say, oh, why are you freaking out over nothing? It's just a little spider. Yep. Or maybe you can say, oh, freak out over, I don't know, maybe he heard, oh, her favorite band is coming to Peru, and or to your country, no? And you say, oh my God, no, my band is here. He starts freaking out. Okay, so that would be in this case, freak out. Okay, over nothing. Some people are overreactive. Okay, freak out. Some people freak out. Okay, when they they or when you see, no, let's put you here. Freak out when when you see a spider. Guys, are you scared of insects or snakes? Maybe are you see a spider? Yes. Are you afraid of insects or are you afraid of snakes? Yeah, that's very common, right? Scorpions. Yeah. Oh my God. Not today. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Maybe next time. But guys, try to follow my friend Gonzalo. Okay, again, I'm gonna follow him too. Don't freak out. I just want to break up with nothing. Okay, very good. I have arachnophobia. No, no, no. It depends on. For example, here is over something, no? Maybe freak out over the exams or about the exams. Tomorrow we have an important exam. If I failed, I'm going to lose all my future, no? And then you start freaking out. Oh, I don't know what to do. I have to study. So you study over an exam, or you study about an exam. In that case, we can use a freak out. Or maybe you can say, hey, stop. You are freaking me out. No? You are freaking me out. What's happening to you? Okay. Don't freak me out. Yes, that's right. When you are very scared. Hey, you are freaking me out, or you are making me scared. Okay. Freak out when you see a spider, when you see a snake, maybe. Freak out maybe when you're broke or when you don't have money, you freak out too. Freak out during a storm. Okay, go crazy during a storm. My, for example, dogs freak out during New Year's Eve. No? There's a lot of fireworks, and when dogs, especially dogs, listen to fireworks, they are very scared or they get very scared. Okay, they freak out a lot during New Year's Eve. Well, at least here in Peru, people buy a lot of fireworks, and at midnight, everything is very noisy, and dogs and other animals freak out because of the noise. Okay, they freak out at loud noises. Okay, guys, that in this case would be what we have here for this word. Okay, write your sentences with this word. Okay, let's see. Other phrase, other preposition that you can use here is freak out at. Okay, maybe you can say my parents were freak out at me because I arrived late. So they were very scared. No, like, oh, where is where is my daughter? Where's my son? And maybe something happened to him or something happened to her. So she started or they started to freaking out. at you. Okay, they started freaking out at you when you get home late. And when you get home, they freak out even more. Okay, because they say, "Oh, why did you arrive late? We were very scared. We thought something happened to you." Okay, so that would be in this case freak out too. Chris, no, I live in Peru. La Wancielete, hello. Though hearing is affected tremendously because of virus. Exactly. Don't freak out. It's just a spider. Yes, very good. Because of the fireworks, they freak out. Uh-huh. Yes, dogs or animals freak out at fireworks. Yeah. I started freaking out when I saw the credit card bill. Yes, so very good. I am always freaking out when I see a spider on the wall. Yeah. I'm afraid of locusts. Oh, really? Don't freak me out. Okay, great. I freak out when I saw, maybe you can say, when I see, no, a mouse or a snake. Okay, a mouse, really. The venom is dangerous in some yellow species. You're talking about spiders or what? Or scorpions? Okay. My parents freaked out when I introduced them my future husband. Yes. Okay, yeah, that's true. Don't freak out on me. It is just mask, not a real face. Don't freak out at me. Don't freak out at me. Okay, I freak out when I have exams. Yes. Very good. Let's continue with the following sentence, guys. Let's see. Okay. Don't freak out over a little mistake. Don't freak out over a little mistake. Don't freak out over a little mistake. Listen and write, guys. I freak out when I have exams, okay? And Joandri, thank you so much for that rose. I really appreciate them. Guys, please remember to help me with the gifts. I would be very glad if someone sends me a lion. Are you good at playing soccer? No, I'm not very good at soccer. It's not. I didn't have the chance to play soccer when I was a child because I have a problem with my nose. Every time the ball hit my nose, it started. I had a in this what's the name of this runny blows? No, runny nose, no, bloody nose. I'm not sure. Yes, blood started to going out of my nose, something like that. And that's why my mom told me to not to play soccer. And yeah, I'm not a good a nose bleeding. Yes, I got a nose bleeding, a bleeding nose. Yes. Okay, Gabriela, thank you very much for that cat. Don't freak out over a little mistake. Yes, that's right, guys. Some people are very scared of making mistakes. Yep. Or they want to be perfect all the time. Don't freak out over a little mistake. Mistakes are part of life, guys. If you made a mistake, it's okay. You made it. The most important thing is that you can learn from it. And this is very common in the case of speaking. Yeah, speaking a different language. Some people they freak out over the idea they are going to make a mistake. No? That's why they don't speak. They think of, yeah, if I say something wrong, maybe the other person is going to laugh at me, okay, or is going to mock at me. So they don't want to speak because of that. Okay, let's continue with the following word, guys. Oh my God. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. Okay. Get across. Okay, what does get across mean? Get across. Oh my God. One, two, three, four, five, six. Ah, yeah, I skipped. Um, mm, no, 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 no. I'm going to erase this. I thought that not yet, not yet, guys, not yet. I skip a verb here. I realized I did it. The next one is find out. Okay, this one is very easy. Find out. Find out is to discover something, okay, or to learn new information, okay, to find out, to discover or learn new information. That in this case is to find out, okay, to find out. Okay, very good, very good, excellent. To discover something. So we can say, for example, it's very common to say, for example, find out. I'm gonna write it here, and I'm gonna put it here. Okay, find out the truth. I find out the truth of life, not the truth of life. I find out the truth of the problem. Okay, I find out the answer. Okay, find out the answer. Find out the answer. Find out. Okay, in this case, find out the reason. Okay, you can use this a lot. Okay, I find out the truth. I find out the answer. I find out the reason. Oh my gosh. Remember, guys, that you can watch the repetition of the class, of this class and the previous classes here, okay? In the red platform, YouTube, and the green platform, Key. The name of the channel is Teacher in Linea. You can also go to Instagram to find the information, all the stories that I upload there. Okay, I'm going to erase this because I need more space. Okay. I'm going to erase this. Very good. And now let's continue with some other ways to use find out. For example, find out. Okay, I find out where. For example, I find out where she lives. Okay, I discovered where she lives. We can use here, okay, it is very common that we can use here the question words, okay? I find out who. I find out who is responsible. Okay, we have here another question word. Other question word. I find out why. I find out why she is here. Okay. I find out why she is here. And you can use the rest of the question words. I find out when she is going to travel. Okay. I find out how to do it. Okay. I find out how it works. So find out it is used a lot with the question words. Okay, where, who, why, when, how. I find out what time. Okay, she has breakfast. Okay, you can use this a lot too. Again, I'm going to ask you to write some sentences using these phrasal verb. Find out. Find out. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, let's check out. If I find out what you were not going on my side again, if I found out that you weren't on my side, I will never be speaking to you again. If I find out that you aren't, maybe that you aren't on my side, comma, I will never be speaking to you again. I will never speak to you again. I will never speak to you again. Okay, true. Discover something. Exactly. Guys, remember, write your sentences, please. Alex, hello, how are you doing? Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eaters. If you want to know the truth, come on, find it out. Find it out. Come on, find it out. Recently, I find out my ex-boyfriend was a cheater. Oh my gosh. That's uh Okay, I find out the number. I finally find out the answer. Search for information. I find out how to recognize, yes, how to recognize words with different meanings. Perfect, Claudia. Find out is to discover something. Exactly. Like figure out. Yes. Yes, figure out. Yeah, it's figure out is missing here too, right? Yeah, figure out is a good phrasal verb too. But find out is just to discover, no? To discover it or to learn something. Figure out is a little more. No? It's like you have some difficulties. No, we already did figure out, right? We already did it. Last class. Did we do figure out last class? Yes, right? Okay. Okay, figure out involves like more thinking process. Yes, to figure out is like you have a problem here and you need to figure out how to solve the problem. Okay, you need to think about it, no? How to solve it. In the case of find out, it's not necessarily that. Maybe you can find out something uh, by chance, no? By chance. You didn't plan to do it, but you find it out. So yes, in that case, you can do it without any plans or anything like that. That would be like the difference between these phrasal verbs. I would find out who made a new project. I would find out. Yes, I have found it. No, I have found that I like to learn English. I have found nothing else, Calistenia. The simple past of find is found, and the past participle is found. But we have another verb that is found. Okay, found, for example, a city, no? Or found a company. You start a company. And in this case, yes, you can use founded. Like Lima was founded 400 years ago. Okay, Washington was founded. It means that people come here and say, okay, this place is going to be called Lima, or this place is going to be called In this case, Washington. In that case, you can use found, founded. But when you're talking about find, the past participle would be found. Okay, guys, let's continue with the following sentence. Okay, listen and write. Listen and write the following sentence. Let's find out the meaning. Let's find out the meaning. Let's find out the meaning. Listen and write, guys. Okay, write this sentence. Let's find out the meaning. Okay, yeah, I made it. Okay, it's perfect. Perfect, Constantine. The company was founded 7 years ago. Exactly. I find out he was cousin up to her boss to get a promotion. Oh my gosh. Chismecito. Chismecito. Okay. Yeah, chimichimi. And chimichimi is very attractive. Okay. Let's find out the meaning. Yeah. Guys, if you are in an English class, it's very important that you need to have a dictionary with you. Maybe a physical dictionary, a paper dictionary, or a dictionary in your cell phone. Okay, it is not cheating. Some people say, no, if I open the dictionary, I'm cheating because I need to know the meaning. No, you need to look for the word in the for the meaning of the word in the dictionary. Okay, so you can learn. That's the idea. Okay, the idea is that you have to learn. But what you shouldn't do is to translate all the time. Okay, you shouldn't do it. If you're translating all the time and you say, "Oh, teacher, I want to know this word." Well, let's find out the meaning. No, you're not looking for the meaning. You're looking for that translation. And that is not helpful. Don't look for that translation directly. Let's find out the meaning. If you open a dictionary, you want to find out the meaning. But if you go directly to the translator, you aren't going to find out the meaning, just the translation. But remember that some words doesn't behave the same in English as in Spanish. Not they are not like direct translation all the time. Okay, and the next one is get across, right? Get across. If you are in a basic level, yes, you can go and check the translation. But to check the translation of something should be the last resource. First, you need to check the meaning. Read the meaning, read the examples, try to figure out what it means, try to figure out how to use it, and in the end, you will understand that. But if it is still unclear, if you can understand the meaning, you can go to the translator. But as I told you, that would be the last resource, your last action, not the first one. Okay? Not the first one. Never the first one. Get across, guys. That would be in this case the last sentence. Okay, thank you, Robin, for that heart. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, what does get across mean? In the case of get across, it indicates to express something clearly. Okay. In this case, we're talking about an idea or a message to get across your idea. Okay, get across your idea is when you can explain your idea in a clear way. Get across your idea or get across the instructions. Get across the instructions. So the message is clear. Everyone can understand this. Okay, so this is also a very technical word because you can have other options to say that, no? Maybe you can say, oh, he got across his idea in the debate or during the debate. But you can say, oh, she expressed clearly. She gave a clear, she presented a clear message. Okay, so you can use other options. But as I told you, get across sounds also very technical. Okay, it's a very technical. Get across your concerns. Maybe you can say the neighbors get across their concerns. No, they were worried about that. No? Get across a concern. Oh, there's a lot of traffic here. The mayor or the president should do something to help us. No, we need the government's assistance. So you can get across your concern in a clear way. Okay, you can express what makes you feel worried. Okay, in a clear way or clearly. In that case, we're talking about get across. Get across your point. Okay. Well, you are a great speaker. You get across your point. Okay, you get across your point. No, I understand your what makes you feel worried. Okay, so that because you get across your point. Now I am convinced. Yes, get across. Okay, like to again one more time is to present your idea or a message clearly. That's all. It's a very technical word. This is very common for, in this case, communication, TV programs, news, okay, TV news, or newspapers, okay. This is a very technical word. Get across. Okay, Coquito, hello. Then get across is to express clearly. To express an idea clearly. Exactly. Get across your idea. Especially in a context, no? For example, when you are part of a delegation and you have to present, okay, we have a problem here, and this is a problem, and this is like what causes the problem, and these are the consequences. So if you can express your message clear, you can say, oh, he got across his idea. He got across his the concern of the population. Yeah, the population's concern. Yeah, in that case, you can use get across. Get across. Very good, very good. Let's see what you have here. Nice. I believe you. Okay, can you give an easy example? It's because we don't use it in everyday conversation. This is a more technical word. Okay. The way to use the verb no, is not correct. Would you mind getting your ideas across in a clear way? Yeah. Yeah, it's not necessary like to say would in a clear way. Yes, you can say that, no? Or maybe we are having some difficulties. You aren't getting across your idea, huh? So yes, you can use that. I can get across that part because I'm not sure what it means. Yeah. You get across this interesting topic. In a way, we get a picture. Okay, kind of. Let's get across the work. No, we can maybe we can say let's get across. Well, we should get across the objective of this project. Okay, we should get across the objective of this project in this presentation. Yep, you can use that, for example. Again, we can use this when we are in a meeting, okay, when we are in a debate, or when we are in discussion, debate. No, we are presenting something in public also. Okay, in those cases, you can use get across. So as I was telling you, this is very common in the case of the news, for example, or when you are talking in public. Some people are that doesn't express very well, and maybe people get angry because they didn't understand or they misunderstand what the person was saying. So you can say, "Oh, this guy can't get across his message. This it's very difficult for him to get his message across because he can't express clearly, or his vocabulary is limited." Yeah. In that case, you can use get across. Sometimes, uh, in some meetings, people don't get no why you are saying something or your objective with that. So you can just get across in those cases. I speak Spanish, you two doesn't was speaking. Okay, Coquito, that's good. I speak Spanish too, but today is only English Friday. And I can speak Spanish till the end of the class. Rihanna, hello. I I never get across a situation in the world just happening. Okay. If you're speaking to a class and no one understands, you aren't getting the idea across. Exactly. Very good. My name is Doris. Hello, Doris. Said it's good. It's good because it was best possible. Um, okay, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Okay. Yes. Okay, guys. That would be in this case the idea. On the English Friday. Yes, on the English Friday. Let's finish with the last word. Okay, let's see. She's trying to get across her feelings. She's trying to get across her feelings. Listen and write this sentence. She's trying to get across his feelings. Her feelings, sorry. She's trying to get across her feelings. She's trying to get across her feelings. Oh, okay. Okay. 5 extra seconds. 5 extra seconds. Will be I can get my thoughts across to you. Yes, that's a good observation. Karina, hello. Good afternoon. Yanidis, hello. Okay. Let's write it down, guys. Okay. She she's trying. No, she's trying to get across her feelings. Guys, it is very difficult to express your feelings to a different person. Okay, especially if you are like an introvert or a shy person. It is even more difficult if you're trying to express your romantic feelings to someone. Okay, when you're trying to speak, you are not very sure, no? Like you start like your voice starts cutting off. Okay, and you stumble a little when you're speaking because of that, not because you feel nervous and things like that. So this sentence is something like that. No, she's trying to get across her feelings, maybe with a psychologist. No, she's trying to say what she feels, but it's difficult for her. But she's trying to do it, or maybe she's trying to tell someone that she likes this person, and she's trying to do it to make it clear. So yep, that will be in this case all the information, guys. With this, we're finishing today's class. Thank you very much for being here. Take a screenshot of the board. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. And well, I'm going to say goodbye here on YouTube first. Okay, guys, thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate you. And remember to give a like to the video and leave a message in the comments section. If you talking about the new words that you learned during this class, okay, I would be very glad to read your comments there. Well, thank you very much, guys. See you on Monday. Okay. No, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have classes on Monday, but I'll try. If I have any other inconvenience, I'm going to send a message on the WhatsApp group. Okay. If you're not in the WhatsApp group, please go to the link of my profile or send me a message also, teacher. I want to be on the WhatsApp group too. Okay, so thank you very much for being here. See you next class. Bye bye.